You're just the cutest.
Doesn't fit. We have so much to do between now and then. Good morning. It is Saturday. Whoa, okay. We need to regroup. I have to do chores this morning, but Sweet Courtney gave me a new feed ration yesterday that I need to plug into my spreadsheet here. Guys, we are 6 weeks out from our next lambing group, which is equally exciting and terrifying all at the same time because we have so much to do between now and then. I get very up in my head when I've got a lot of things pending, and I'm my own worst enemy because I get too excited about everything I do, and I do too much. And then when it's crunch time, I'm like, why did I commit to doing these things? The two main things that, of course, need to get done is our corn harvest and the sheep work. So those are always top of the list. The store is also busy. That's a thing I've added to our lives that I think I don't give enough credit to just how much work it is. So I had a little bit of a moment with Mark this morning, just admitting my feeling of being overwhelmed. And I said, I think after Christmas I need to slow down and really talk to someone about what I need to let go, because this isn't sustainable. Anyway, one other thing we're doing this morning is opening up our corn silage bags. So we are going to be adding corn silage to the ration, which will make my ladies so much more happy. Piper, why? Because they're always hangry. Our haylage has tested quite well, which means they don't need as much, which means they just don't get that quantity of food because they get their nutrition in a lesser amount, which can leave them kind of hangry. They're getting everything they need, but they don't need as much of it. All right, so we're gonna do that this morning. I'm gonna get feeding done, and then I think Mark wants to get going as quick as possible. There's no dew this morning, of course, so chores is going to be a bit of a race. And then unfortunately this afternoon we have to attend a funeral. Our neighbor who we rent land from, actually, he passed last week, so we're going to go to that visitation today. You're the cutest. You're just the cutest. Yeah, you. Dips. Ladies, what you got there, tomatoes? Hi. How are ya? Hi, Billy's mom. I see you guys have been outside. Margie, what's up? Hi, honey. Oh. We're finished chores, and apparently we've moved fields. So we're in the field right behind the barn. So the sheep get some entertainment on this fine Saturday morning. It's actually really nice out, and I'm not surprised he started a little bit earlier than what he told me. So yeah, I was only half done feeding and I'm like, that's the combine. Okay, I guess we're rushing this day. So yeah, we're gonna work away at this, and then I'll catch up with you guys later today. We do have that funeral, so not sure when we'll talk again. We'll see how this day progresses. It is currently after 6 o'clock. We are sort of on round 2 for the day. We stopped around 3:30 to go to the funeral visitation, and then we were home around 5, I think, 4:35. The wet bin is full, so all we're doing tonight is filling wagons because we are dodging some rain showers right now, but I think the radar's showing that we're due for some moisture overnight. So I think the plan is, because the wet bin is full, we're just gonna fill wagons, and then that'll give Mark corn to put into the dryer tomorrow to keep it going. Tomorrow's chores for me again, and then we actually have another Thanksgiving tomorrow afternoon at Mark's dad's place. So I guess in a way I'm sort of glad it's calling for rain, just so we can have a bit of a breather. Usually the first week getting going in a new crop, it's just it takes a bit of conditioning, I would say, and all three of us are really tired this afternoon. Good morning. Oh goodness, the rain has begun and it's a dirty, dirty day out there. We had some wind and some rain, and I'm so glad we got those curtains fixed the other day. I had a feeling if they weren't, we would have had some pretty wet floors this morning. So very happy Mark was able to help me on When was that? Friday morning? Thursday morning? Friday morning? One of these mornings. I'm so tired. Since it's raining and I'm sort of procrastinating to get over to the other barn because I'm gonna get moist, I thought I would just quickly run through stuff we need to do between now and lambing. We're down to 6 weeks today, I believe is November 30th. And I do have sort of a checklist here and in the house as to jobs I need to get done between now and then. I'm just going to look at my lambing schedule that I've got on an Excel spreadsheet quickly just to make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, so this group is due first lamb, November 30th. Okay. So our scan was September, our shear was October. So hoof trimming is due for this coming week, I believe. Yeah, I've got October 25th due for hoof trimming and vaccinating, so that just means anytime in and around that day. This week looks wet, so if I can get as many jobs done this week when I'm not in the fields, that's going to be the goal. So I just want to make sure I was on track. So I am on track. So those are the two things left to do. In saying that, I got my lice treatment on Friday, delivered Friday afternoon, so I'm going to wait till Carissa's available. We might do that Tuesday morning. Tomorrow morning, I believe she has a chiropractor appointment, which... she's a smart girl. I should be doing that too. So that's the only other thing added to our list. So we're going to lice treat all the ones that got sheared, including this group that's due. We're also going to hoof trim them, vaccinate them. And in amongst all this, I believe on Friday, we also have to put seeders in the group that we're going to breed for spring lambing. So we're always working 5 months before everything. So yeah, I'm working on 2 groups on my spreadsheet right now. The ones that are lambing and the ones that are going to get bred. But sometimes it's just nice to sit down and talk to someone about what I need to do and what I need to focus on, just so I don't forget to write it down. And you just don't remind me. No. Oh, I know. You don't like the rain, do you? No. I like it today. We're down to our last 6 advent calendars. I thought I would just take you behind the scenes on really just putting them together. There's a lot that went into this before it entered this room, but I thought I would at least show you this part. And then we're waiting on a few more things to come in, some boxes, so we can pre-box these for shipping. And then I also have a whole like instruction kit that's gonna go with it that'll have like the foam and the needle for needle felting and instructions. Okay, so first of all, we start with a tray, which is over here. So these are the trays. And then we just start filling it. Trying not to show you guys exactly what's in it, so it's a little bit of a surprise. So I have, you can't see it here, but I have 2 sample trays in case we forget, but they are in order. So as I'm filling the hole on the tray, it matches where everything is on the table. So it's just an assembly line. Okay, so this is 1/2 done. Side number 2 is this side, so we have everything on this side. So what we were doing this week is Carissa was on this side and I was on that side, and then we just had someone to talk to as we were doing this. Okay, side 2 is complete. And then, this is the part I actually like, is assembling the box. I do not like filling the trays, but I like putting the trays in the box. So I typically just check to make sure everything is in. sort of memorized the position of everything so I don't screw up. Doesn't mean I didn't, but it means I did check. Okay, and then these have a little magnetic side. When they, sometimes they just need a little more force. There you go. And then I have to put a Made in Canada sticker on all of them. So I did send out a test order on Thursday. So I'm hoping if it goes across the border, then that means they're okay with everything. Everything got pre-approved, but I'm just always nervous of the border itself, customs itself. So then I have a couple stickers that are part of this year's theme, and you'll understand it when you read the insert that comes with this, which I'll show you guys tomorrow, maybe, if it comes. If everything comes in tomorrow, then I'll assemble that stuff and show you guys that stuff tomorrow. But yeah, one done, and then I just put them in here, and then I stock them on the shelves when I'm done. However, because the labels came in later, I have a bunch already shelved. I have to take off the shelf, label them, pre-pack them in boxes, and have them ready for shipping. And the other thing I think we're doing this year is we're going to have, because shipping is tricky in terms of size, these things are big, we're going to have a limit of 2 per order. So you can order more than once, but we're not combining orders. We're only gonna allow you to order two per shipment, and it's a size constraint and also a value constraint, especially shipping to the US. When we go over $300, we have to add an actual commercial invoice to it. So we said, you know what, let's have a limit on how many you can buy per order. So if you're lucky enough and you can order twice, then amazing, we will allow that, but we're not going to combine those orders, if that makes sense. Anyway, onward and upward. Good afternoon. It is Monday, and I've been busy in the merch room all morning, just finishing up those advent calendars. So we're getting really close now, and my Uline order just showed up. So I have boxes to actually put the advent calendars into ship out. Which is going to be a lot of work building all those boxes, but that is a later problem. Right now, I need to order cedars because not only are we lambing in a few weeks, we are also breeding in the next few weeks. So what I typically do is I put cedars in to synchronize the breeding groups so they all lamb fairly uniformly, like around the same time, which means they come into heat around the same time, and that's what the cedars do. So I have 40 and a bit. I have 40, so I'm going to order maybe 100 of them. These are not cheap. They're, last I saw, they were like quite a few years ago. They were well over $7 a cedar. It's very much not the cheapest tool to use for a breeding session. And it is their natural cycle. So the one good thing about this fall breeding group is that I only use this to synchronize them, and I don't have to use the PMSG. So usually my program is the cedar, and then when we pull the cedar, I also give them a shot of PMSG, and that helps stimulate egg drop, but because they're in their natural season, I don't do that. So we can drop that. So that's, again, over $7 a dose. So between that and a cedar, you're looking at 14 or 15 bucks a ewe. I kind of suck it up because the system is working really quite well for me in terms of what I can handle at lambing time. I feel like I've got 7 good days in me, and then I need a bit of a break. And when you don't use it, you can have quite a few lambs every day for as many days as you have a ram in with your ewes. So this way they're sort of all together, they're lambing at the same time. When we wean them, they're all pretty much the same size because they're the same age, most of them. Yeah, the system's been working. So I don't like making huge changes when something I find works actually works. Anyway, I'm gonna call the vet, and then we're gonna get at some hoof trimming and vaccinating today. We're gonna start that this week because these ladies are 6 weeks as of yesterday before they're due to lamb, which is very exciting. Sort of very exciting. I think we're gonna lice treat while we got them in here, so I'm gonna bring a whole bunch in, shut the gate behind them, lice treat them all, hoof trim them all, vaccinate them all. Do I vaccinate them? Vaccinate them, lice treat them, and then hoof trim them, and then let them go. Vaccinating with gland vac. Well, we'll charge it. I think we have enough for today, but we'll have to charge it for tomorrow. So in her case, I did not get her tight enough. And this is what happens. They move around too much. This was not on my bingo card today. We got like an inch of rain yesterday, so I was just carrying on, hoof trimming, vaccinating, And Mark walked into the barn with about 3 ewes left. And he's just grinning. And I'm like, may I help you, Mr. Brock? And he's like, corn? Every thread of my being was not prepared to do corn today. But we are. Here's Jess. Always be prepared. Always be prepared when the husband walks into your barn. You know something's up. Or I broke something, but I didn't break anything. All right, well, I guess we're doing this. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I think we're on Tuesday right now. Chris and I just finished hoof trimming and vaccinating and lice treating the rest of the mature ewes that are due here in 6 weeks. Less than 6 weeks now. I did the ewe lambs yesterday afternoon by myself, so it was a lot nicer having Carissa with me. I did get nailed though. Do we see this? It's just a little tiny little surface cut, but the hands were pretty dirty this morning, so we made sure we washed her pretty good. So the one thing I do want to show you guys is take a look at that. They're all up there now. They're all shelved and labeled, so I got that all done yesterday. So today, I think both Mark and Jess are gonna help me build the boxes. They just came yesterday from Uline, so we're gonna build those hopefully this afternoon, or at least get a good start to it. But besides the boxes, I also I'm gonna have an envelope, they came in yesterday too, full of some instructions and the foam with the needle. So I have some papers that I have to cut into like business card sizes and insert those into the envelopes, as well as the instructions and the little poem that I made for the advent calendar. So hoping to get a good chunk of these boxed up, pre-boxed, and then on launch day when we launch this, which could actually happen sooner than later now that we're in pretty good shape, then we don't have to build the stuff as we go. Like, they're all ready to go. And I'm purposely keeping them out of the winter launch just due to packaging and how much they cost to ship and to buy. So I'm just gonna do them now, get them all off the shelves, and then restock the shelves with the winter collection, which I don't have any of it here yet. It's all getting made right now. So that will be the next thing. But the advent calendars, I'll be so happy to have them out of this room over the next week, hopefully. Anyway, I'm gonna get started with this. I probably need my glasses. Oh my God, my eyes are getting so bad. Let's try you. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, that's like perfect. Perfect. Okay. Oh, no.
Doesn't fit?
Guess they have the 8. Should have 8. But then there would have been way too much room for 1.
Oh, this is for one.
It's for 1.
You're just seeing if two would fit.
Yeah, because I thought I had a box that 2 fit, but I think it was my... We could make them fit.
You could make it fit.
Sort of.
No, you can. No. I don't think that works. At least one fits nice.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just build them first, which is a pain, I know, because we're gonna put them on the boat.
Stack them. Somewhere.
Could throw them in the.
You can kind of stack them probably in each other.
Could throw them in here.
There.
Let's do this. Just do this. We're gonna build them. I don't know. Yeah, you can just keep stacking them in there for now.
I mean, we could probably put these out there if we had to.
The boxes. We can put them against a wall too. It has been a day. We are sitting at about 20 to 7, and my nice clean merch room is once again in utter chaos, but we are pre-boxing all the advent calendars just to sort of make packing day a little easier, hopefully. So I'm gonna work on this for a little longer tonight and then head next door with Jess and watch Wednesday. We're down to our last 2 episodes tonight, so yeah,